This is Jonathan Agger, fifth for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by former middleweight champion of the world, Andy Lee, here in Dublin, ahead of a huge night, May 20th, Katie Taylor versus Chantelle Cameron. Andy, for you, being an Irishman, what's it like to see a massive boxing event here after so long?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a shame it's been so long that it hasn't had a big fight. And on a personal note, I can just get up, I don't have to fly. I can just get the dart from Dunleary into the point depot and watch the fights. And like, hats off to Brian Peters and Katie Taylor and Matchroom for bringing it here, because it's been a long time coming, and it's a great opportunity for these young lads to get a chance to show what they can do on home soil.
How do you see this fight? Obviously, a lot of people in boxing have rated Chantelle Cameron for a while now, have wanted to see this fight. How would you break down the fight in terms of how the styles are going to gel?
Yeah, Chantelle's, we all like the usual things people say about her. She's got a good engine, she's got a good bounce and a good jab, and she'll keep throwing shots. Katie could box and make it an easier fight than, you know, it has to be. Sidestepping, drawing her in, using her footwork, judging of distance, letting her fall short. But Katie will always look to fight as well. She'll always look to engage. It's probably to her detriment, but to us as fans and commentators and viewers, it's to our benefit. So she will probably get stuck in, the Poodle will trade, and whoever can land their punch first, yeah.
Tell us about who you're working with at the moment and what you got coming up.
I'm working with Paddy Donovan. I manage and train Paddy, and maybe biased for saying this, but I think he's sensational talent. The more we work together, the more excited I get about him. And people could just see, I haven't seen the best of him in his fights yet, but just see what he does in the gym. It's phenomenal. He's knocking people out in sparring. Big gloves, big headgears. So, to be honest with you, I can't get a spar from him. If there's anybody out there from middleweight to light welter fancies a few rounds, please come. Please contact me. Jim Donovan, Paddy's cousin, who's an amateur. He's 19 years old. Again, different type of fighter than Paddy. Technically better, but clever, like a Shakur Stevenson type of fighter. Wow. Joseph Parker here in the background, come to Ireland. He's here. We're just doing a little bit of training, a little bit of holiday. He's got no fight lined up yet, but he's right in the mix, and he knows he needs a big performance next fight, and that's why he's here preparing, even though we don't have a fight. Jason Quigley on the comeback trail. I still believe in Jason, and I think he has all the ability to go to the top and definitely challenge for a world title again. And he's on the comeback trail. That's it, really. That's it. Nobody else.
Well, one person you do often work with, even sort of as an assistant role, I guess, is Tyson Fury. Sugar Hill's arrived in the UK. Obviously, we're all waiting for hopefully this Oleksandr Usyk fight. In your opinion, how much of a task is this, or do you see this as another very winnable? Well, obviously it's a winnable fight, but in terms of, is it as tough as people are saying?
Yeah, I think it's a tricky fight, but me and Tyson spoke about it only last week. I arranged some sparring for him. He called me about a guy I know, so I got some sparring. The guy's going over tonight, so that'll show you that the fight's very close to being finalised, I think. And we spoke about the fight. Tyson, when he just makes so much sense, you know. What can he do that Tyson can't do? Behind 6'8", 82 inch reach. Also can punch now, Tyson in power, and it can wrestle him, smother him, or box him. So Tyson can win it anyway. He is a tricky little man. He has a good fighting jab. Little man, he's 6'4". He's 240 pounds. Little man compared to Tyson. Like, he'd smash me, but no. But he's tricky. You know, very great movement, lateral movement, feint and jab, slip outside. He slips outside jaw, jab goes with his own left hand. But Tyson can fight southpaw too. Wouldn't surprise me if Tyson fought the whole fight southpaw.
Wow. I mean, Tony Bellew picked up on sort of Tyson's change with the Kronk style, and he feels that will benefit Usyk more than it would have done if he went back to his old style. What would you say to that? And you obviously know the Kronk style very well.
Well, all the Kronk fighters first and foremost were great boxers, as well as punchers. They were great boxers. They all fought off a rhythm. Great jabs. Tommy Hearn, Gerard McLennan, Milton McCrory, Jimmy Paul, Stephen McCrory. The list goes on and on and on. Hill McKenty, they all fought with a certain style. With a rhythm and boxing. Sugar's a genius. That's what he does, and him and Tyson together are perfect. And they'll know what to do. They'll know what to do. Yeah.
And finally, Andy, Anthony Joshua's back April 1st against Jermaine Franklin. We obviously saw him against Dillian White. A lot of people have been saying sort of AJ's just going to run straight through him. Do you go along with that, or do you feel that this could be a tough assignment?
Nah, I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited to see AJ back, see what he does with his new coach and training setup, see what the changes he's made. One thing he'll have from America is he'll pick up a the confidence the American fighters have, and it comes from the gym. He'll have a lot of confidence going into this fight, whether that's true or whether it's a foundation built in the sand. But I'm excited to see him. Boxing needs an AJ firing and winning and generating, the big public interest, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks, because I still think him and Tyson is a fight that needs to happen, and a good if AJ's improving, then it makes for an even better fight. So I'm looking forward to the fight. Franklin is a tricky opponent, tough opponent, underrated, and will probably feel aggrieved that he didn't get the decision. I didn't think he could beat Dillian White. He probably feels he did, and will probably do a little bit more. So it makes for a good fight. Yeah.
Andy, really appreciate your time. Thank you.